What is up, guys? It's Tronk here with Tronk Garage with another video. Today we're going to be working on the 2024 Corvette C8. They wanted a dash cam. We got the Tommy 4K dual lens dash cam. This one only records the front and the cockpit. It doesn't have a rear dash cam, but it's pretty great for the Corvette given the fact that it's a rear mid-engine and you can't really put a dash cam in the back. But this one's from Costco. Pretty good price. It was on sale, and they also had the, as you may know, the Star of Death, which just means that they usually just phase it out, and then once the project is done they don't bring it back. So as you make your way inside the passenger side, you're gonna see this little trim right here. You're gonna want to remove it with a pry bar. I have this one from Amazon. It's like the version of the Blue Point, but way cheaper, same material, and it has the little bent end. And then this one, what I really like about it, has the straight end, really pretty perfect. So you gotta put that in there, try to pop it out. Make sure you careful because these cars are like brand new, so first time getting the trims out is going to be a little bit trickier than most older cars that usually have the trims taken out every single time. Light pressure, make sure you put it from down here as well. Kind of hard doing it one-handed, but there we go. And that snap, this pops up. Come on, we don't want to break it because one, it's not my car, and two, I'm pretty sure Chevy has this trim piece at an unreasonable amount. Let me see if I can put it back up here. All right, as you can see, I took it off. Right here it's kind of be a little bit tricky. That's why I put the camera down for a moment. What I suggest doing is just get both of your hands, pry with one hand on this side and pry the over here, and then you should be able to take it out. And this is how it looks. There's one retaining clip right there, another right there, and then as to remove the A-pillar, because you will need to remove the A-pillar to hide away the cables, make it look nice. There's a T15 right here. Got it right here on my Milwaukee 1/4 inch X impact. Put it on the lowest setting. You don't want to strip anything, and then slowly take it out. Like that. Put the Torx to the side, don't lose it, and then from up here you're gonna want to start prying out again with your hand, or get a pry tool and stick it in there, and then you should be able to take it out with these. There should be one retaining clip like right around here in the beginning, and then another one down here. So let's get that. It's kind of, let's see. See if I can put my fingers in here. So they're right over there. With one hand and recording. I think this is going to be another time where I put the camera down, because it's just me. I don't have a film crew like everybody else does. Put the camera down for a moment and then be right back and get that situated. Alright, I'm back. What you're going to want to do is try to like pry your fingers on this side of the pillar, and then with your other hand over here, and it like towards you, and then you should be able to take it out. Like I said, these cars are like brand new, so it's kind of, everything's gonna be stiff and hard to remove, but just, I mean, if I can do it, you can do it. And then you just easily pull it out and then put it off to the side on a piece of cardboard, This is kind of like a fabric material, so you kind of don't want to get it scratched up. Again, this is not my car, this is a customer's car, so treat their stuff with respect, and then if it's yours, you can put it wherever the fuck you want and go from there. Now that you have this exposed, you can hide the wires here along where these wires are, and then make the camera look nice and neat. Put it back. I'm gonna go open it. So this is the camera. You got like a little suction cup mount, which is nice. Doesn't have to be permanently attached to your screen, and then you can move it wherever you want. This is the camera. Records 4K in the front, and I believe the manual said it records 1080p on the inside. And then there's the inside camera, there's the outside camera, and then this is the little power cable. Pretty enough cable. That's why, again, you probably want to run it through the A-pillar so you can hide it, make it nice. I don't understand why some people run it straight down. Kind of makes it look ugly in my opinion. But I mean, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do something, do it right the first time. So here we go, and then we're gonna probably install it somewhere around here. Kind of don't want to put it down there because some models of the Corvette have a sensor there, others don't, depending on if you have the base or not. So we can put it here and then make sure the customer can have it so that he can record inside. And then we're gonna run the wire down through the headliner and then through the A-pillar. From the A-pillar, we're gonna bring it down over here, and then through this right here, this weather strip, and then down here into the bottom, I guess, floorboard panel, rocker panel cover. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide most of the wire down there, and then let me see if I can turn on a flashlight because the camera doesn't have any light for itself. But if you look down here, you can see this little rectangle cover, and that's gonna be your cigarette port, which is really nice that Corvette did this. Makes it very discreet. You're not gonna be able to see it. And then, well, I think it's the only one the car has, if I'm not mistaken. But like, again, it's out of the way, no one's gonna see it unless you have a passenger princess, and it's gonna stick down a little bit, but besides that, they're not gonna care. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna fix the mount to the camera, see where we want it, and then run the wires, and I'll show you that in a minute. I attached the camera over here next to the mirror in a position where the driver, when he sits down and he looks forward, the camera is not on his way because the mirror covers it at that specific angle. Now, I believe the cockpit camera records at about a 170 degree angle. So right now I pushed all the wire in here a little bit, and then you're gonna have to take off. There's another T15 Torx bit right here. I would suggest taking it off so you can have a little bit more leverage on that end. And then, like I said, tuck it all the way through here. And let me show you that now. So we're gonna put it there. I think. And then also you're gonna want to take that screw off so you can put the wire through there. And then try to push it through this side. That way, because existing wires are already here. I'm not a Chevy technician, so I can't really tell you what it is. Wire goes over there, so I'm assuming it has to do with the speaker, and I wouldn't say the airbag, but it has to do with your speaker right there, your little tweeter. So just run this wire accordingly, all through here. Right now I'm like kind of like speed running it for the purpose of the video, but I'll go back in and show some. I'll put some, what they call, some zip ties, and you put that through there. And you can see, you can fish that in, and then we're gonna bring this wire accordingly down here. And like I mentioned, the cigarette lighter, let me turn my last, the cigarette lighter is right there. Obviously, for the demonstration of this, I'm gonna just connect it, make sure we have power, make sure everything's fine. So that's in. Obviously all this wire is not gonna be here. I'm gonna tuck it all in there, and you're not gonna see anything. Cars are gonna look nice and OEM. So let's see if, how we turn this on. Power buttons to the far one to the right. It's on. And look at that. Oh, now it wants us to, let's just click OK for the, because who cares. And then I'll put the system settings right now, and look at that. You can see that car, that white car that this guy has. And then a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see, a little bit of my car, which is pretty good. And then that's the little display area of us. Here we are. And that's good. That's it. I'm gonna clean this up, be right back, and then do the finish. So what I ended up doing was getting these tiny little zip ties. You can get these at Harbor Freight or anywhere you buy your zip ties, but these are like the tiny versions. Yeah, they're yellow. Who cares? Just not gonna see them. Customer doesn't even know that I'm gonna use yellow. This, you gotta be careful with this. This is a little air vent. When you turn on the defroster for the front window, air comes out, and then you can I believe you can defrost the passenger. So make sure you route the wire like behind it, and then there. For this trim panel, again, we want to hide all of our extra wire in there. So what you're gonna end up doing is, again, get your pry bar, your pry tool, put it in here, pop it up, and slowly but surely keep popping out. And then when this is one right here, I'll show you right now. When I take it off, you just pop it back and it comes out with ease. Like again, right there, there's one retaining clip, another one, and then the last two. Then put this off to the side. Make sure you're not scratching it, you're not marring it. But again, this is all our remaining wires right here, and then we're just gonna tuck it, and then we should be done with the video. So I'll be right back, show you guys that in a minute. Alright, the last and final step to completing the dash cam on a Corvette C8, the cable management. So what you're gonna want to do is, like I said, remove this panel here, pry bar, and then pull up. Just wrap your wire like that, like it comes out usually in the box. Use the provided cable tie they have, put it right there in the corner, no one's gonna see it. The little trim panel is gonna be nice. There's a carpeted like panel right here, secured by two clips. You can't really see them. Let me get the light again. Right there, one right there, and then one towards the middle right there. It's kind of pushed in. I didn't take it all the way, but just tuck in the line behind that, push it all the way back like so. Trim panel, sure you're lining it up with the retaining clips. No need for a mallet, just use your hand. You don't want to mar it or scratch it up. That's done for that. And let's go back to the little zip ties I didn't cut. You can use like a little precision little cutters. I got these are Husky. You can get them at Home Depot. I really like the new ones that Icon made that copied Snap-on. Fortunately, I don't have them yet. My store still has them out of stock, but doesn't matter. I'll get them eventually. Get your 8-pillar back, and then we're gonna start from the very back first, making sure. Let's go over here. It's right here. Start it by hand. You don't want to strip it. Always nice to start things by hand. Remember the T15 as well as the bottom one. 2 little Ugga-Duggas. Should be good to go. And then again, put everything. But there's a saying in Spanish that goes, El burro trabaja doble. And I kid you not, Tron Garage lives by that motto. I'm always doing shit double because I'm either forgetting things to do. Now that we did that, we could already put that one in there. Make sure you put that in there. And then just push this down. Make sure it's aligned. You know, it's aligned right there. I'm not sure if you, I'm pretty sure you guys can see, but me, I can see it's aligned. And push up. Just like that. You're all good to go. Again, weather strip. Make sure you're putting it over the A-pillar. Let's get our other T and put this in here. Always hand start screws if you can. Doesn't matter what you're doing. I don't care how experienced you are. It's always nice to hand start it. Okay, let me get the flashlight. Make sure. All right, here. See it right here. It's not there. Okay, right there. That's fine. Flashlight over here. That's all tucked in. Oh, that's fine. That's alright. We're good. No wire sticking out except for that one. Obviously, there's always got to be a little bit of wire, but it's not hanging all the way straight down and into there. But it's like that. You get your other trim piece. Let me see where I didn't. Other trim piece right here, right there. I didn't see it. You gotta put it just like that. Curve side up. Push it in. Push the other end. Just like that. That's how you install a dash cam on a 2024 Corvette C8 or any C8. This goes for any dash cam with a cigarette lighter. This one didn't have the option to hardwire, but I'm pretty sure the hardwiring is a bit more difficult. But yeah, there you go. New dash cam is installed. I'll call up the customer right now, see where it goes. I get paid and I get out. Tron Garage signing off.